Hello everyone. Welcome back once again. This new tarot reading was recommended to me by a subscriber, and I really appreciate it. I love recommendations because, especially of groups or maybe some duplas or duos or different kinds of interactions that I don't normally am aware of, since I'm not a very like active K-pop fan. I know a little bit about maybe some MVs that I have encountered or seen, but I'm an army, so I'm glad that through these kinds of reading I can get to know the artists a little bit more. And even as an army doing tarot readings for the boys, uh, it's really amazing because it opens my perception, or maybe what what I had read or seen about them. It's like this new light, and it's also to be able to connect with them in a more human side. That's why I think I love to do tarot readings, because I can connect with my client, with my consultant. I can connect with them and in a very intimate way, and not and being able to go deeper into the matter and not just lay on the superficial aspects, because that's not me. That's why I don't do shipping readings, because I believe they are too vain, they are superficial. And I know some companies tend to do these kinds of dating rumors to get more, sometimes to cover things up, or to get people's attention away from other important issues that are going on in the time. So, but I am not, I care about the person. I mean, I care about uh, the human side of the artist. Of course, I enjoy the content they do. I enjoy their music. I get inspired by their work, by their craft. But I also am interested in their well-being and how they are able to get to that, because they're human just like us. And if we are struggling, they are struggling too, as people. So it's good to be able to see that side of them, and not just with that uh, perception that they are picture perfect because we have seen them in a very beautiful and entertaining music video. So this time this reading is about Blackpink's members and YG current relationship, how the girls view him, how they see him, and how he sees them. So let's see a little bit about their dynamic. Um, in the case of them, I had the three cards that came out are on the left side. It's the Queen of Wands, it's the Princess of Swords, and the Three of Wands. So there's a lot of energy. There's a lot of alpha female energy, almost like really fiery energy towards him. I believe there's maybe two members that are like the more passionate ones, that they are like really on this attitude of being like, I know what I'm worth and you should too. Like they are maybe in this almost like diva pose. Like I think it's Jenny and Lisa, because they both of them have moon in Scorpio, and Jenny is a Capricorn and Lisa is an Aries. So if we think about the most, like, have this strong desire inside, like this fiery, reactive personality. I think it's two of them. I think that two of them feel like it's time that he does things differently and that he allows them to be more free in the creative process, that they think that they have gained experience and that they are ready to have more control over the creative process of the group. So, and they also are just, they're in this kind of leader boss vibe, like that they know what's good for their group, or maybe for them as a group. So they are really confident about their own worth, and they want to be considered. They want to be seen in the same way that they are feeling inside. They are feeling that they have a lot of ideas, that they have a lot of new 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 ideas that about how they want to do things, and they feel like maybe he's not taking actions, like he's really like slow paced compared to what they would want from him. So they are like this really young, passionate, um, really like I feel like even their something like about their blood being like burning, because I seen this Queen of Wands is really like wow. And the other card, the up in the lower that is below that card, it's the Prince of um is the Princess of Swords, that I believe it represents um Jisoo and Rose, because Rose is an Aquarius, and even though Jisoo is a Capricorn, she has a moon in Aquarius. So I believe this princess represents them both with that Aquarius energy. They are the voices of the reason, actually. They are not that active when it comes to action. They are not very like, yes, let's go physically and let's go and confront these people. They are not like that. But they definitely have a lot of thoughts and a lot of ideas about how they can um, like somehow not get too heated by the situation, and just being rational and being considerate toward others, and to be balanced, and to be yes, they also have a lot of opinions. I mean, it's not that they are not involved, but it's just that for them it's necessary to keep calm, like uh, to keep balanced, to keep a pace, to keep a rhythm, and not to go like with so much energy and passion towards him, because they feel like he would reject them if it were the case. And besides, they also are very almost like practical and intellectual when it comes to what's going on. So they don't feel necessarily that they that they need maybe more recognition, or that they need more exposure. Actually, they are pretty content with how things are developing, um, because I don't know if maybe this is the year where they are being promised their solo debut. I know it's Rose turns now, but maybe Jisoo is next. So that's why she's really relaxed, like she's calm, like she is having all her thoughts really organized towards an objective. So I don't know if maybe she's waiting to be the next one to release a solo album. uh, but there's something about her creativity being poured into an activity. So maybe she will get like a solo song, or she will be able to, I don't know, get an acting career, or something to do on her own. So it's like she's pretty chill. She's like just like Rose. They are both in this state that, of course, they do want a fair treatment for all of them, and they are really like, um it's like they also want to contribute to the group growth. But at the same time, they are really controlled. They are like really focused on maybe thinking about the possibilities instead of thinking about what they do not have or what they do not possess. It's like they and they are not selfish. They are not, I mean, they're not. I think they are, the two of them are the ones that maybe have sometimes least exposure, and at the same time, it's like they don't care. They just love the craft. They just love what they are doing. So they're not looking around who gets more chance to do something, or who gets more, I don't know, camera time, or who gets more um, time in the singing part of a lyric, for example. They just don't see it that way. Maybe it's this Aquarius energy that it's about being there for the group as a whole, and not to think about oneself, not to think about what do I get from all this. It's like they do not care actually, but they do want to collaborate, what and do whatever it takes so that the group can grow. And yes, they definitely wishes, all of them wish, and they would be able to present like um more aspects of themselves, like they could really be more active, like they could also move on from the last concept they did. It's like uh they want to put more content out there. They want to show the fans, because they are just as eager as the fans to to see them and to share with them. It's like they are really passionate young ladies, the four of them. But I believe that Lisa and Jenny are different, because they are really um, very passionate, and at the same time, they have these leader vibes. So um, it's like I said, their personalities, like I said, I think I said it in Jenny's reading, that the two of them could perfectly work being on their own. I mean, like doing like solo careers, because they have the charisma, they have the stage presence, and they have the strong will. And also because it's like they can adjust and adapt to, I mean, if they have to work harder, they will. But for example, for Jisoo and Rose, it's more about belonging to a group. It's more about joining forces. It's more um, about being with the members, and it's about sometimes being selfless, in the sense that not be like you sacrifice yourself, but it's like to be able to give a part of yourself, but you know that, for example, like I said in Rosa's reading, it's like she's really excited that she's given this opportunity to present her solo material. But at the same time, she's really excited also to go back to the members. So these are people that work really well in a group because they know how to work in a group, and sometimes that's really necessary when you put a team together, when you put when you assemble a group together. You have to take into consideration that there are people that know how to work as a team, that they have this ability to work as a team, to leave their egos behind, and to be able to compromise for the group's benefits, not for their own. So in sometimes in the case of maybe Jenny and Lisa, sometimes they, if you push them, I mean, if he, because there's something about him that he's just so, sometimes he's so condescending, and he has this inability to listen and to take other people's um, opinions. And he's also so, like, I feel him like he's so slow, like, but that it almost, I don't know, if he were my boss, I would be really triggered also, because it's like he feels like he is right, that he knows better, and he has this almost like a slow way of talking, and but he talks to you like in a condescending way, like as if you don't know anything, and he just knows what's best. So I can see Jenny and Lisa get triggered, emotional triggered by this man, because it's like, come on, we are young, we have the energy, we have the stage presence, we want to do a lot. Why don't you use us? You know, why don't you uh, um, promote this will that we have to make something that has never been done before? Or look at all our fans, look at all these blinks that are really eager, because the fans are also very passionate. The fandom generally, it's like a manifestation of the artist. So if the artists themselves are passionate, the fandom will be also. So it's like the two of them just cannot get along with this. I don't know why I want to say old man energy, because I know he's not that old, but he acts like he is. And he just reminds me of, his energy reminds me of a turtle that he's really like slow moving. I don't know why. I don't know that man. I'm sorry. I always confuse him with JYP. So I don't know who is who. But I have the feeling that he has this tone of voice that is really annoying. It's really annoying. I can see the girls get really exasperated because of this. And also because the cards that came out for him, it's the Justice card, the Six of Wands, sorry, the Six of Pentacles, and the Hermit. So he is obviously someone that is like, he listens to you, he listens to the girls, then eventually he like does like some patronizing speech, and then he goes back to his cave because he's a loner. So he goes back to his cave, and he just doesn't accept um he just doesn't accept anyone's different point of view. He's not flexible. I think he's stuck with other issues. um I believe he's dealing with a lot of justice or legal matters that are really affecting his health. That's why he's on hermit mode, and he's like securing himself, and he's not talking to anyone, and he's almost not meeting anyone. So I don't know, but I have the feeling that he's dealing with some kind of stress because of legal matters. Um, So he's like in this hermit mode where he is not going out, or maybe he's not exposing himself that much, but he's more focused on his own well-being, on his own stability, emotional stability, and also health. So I don't know what's going on in there, but maybe he is stressed because of there's something about legal matters. So I don't know if there was like a huge scandal or something like that, not related to Jenny and G Dragon, but there's other um, legal matters, maybe from ex-employees or people that used to work for him, that is like they are suing him, or they are suing the company. So he's like paying them in order to keep this not going public, but he's taking a toll on his health. So there's something about this, is that he is losing a lot of energy because of these stressful moments for him. So I don't know if he has other people that can help him, like somehow um, of like work this, or bring a solution to this problem. But I believe that is something serious because he's really stressed about it. So when it comes to their relationship in an overall view, we have the Four of Cups, the Queen of Coins, and the Six of Swords. So I think that the girls will eventually, at first, they are just really like bored, and they are just really like tired of always like talking about the same thing, or always complaining about the same thing. It's like they are always begging for um a little bit more of originality when it comes to them, and somehow they get tired of not having a response from this man. But somehow there's a female that I believe that she is important in the company. Maybe, I don't know, a manager or something like that, that is going to step up and deal with what the changes that the girls are asking for. So there are going to be changes in the next 6 months. It's like this woman is a little bit, well, she is a female, so she is going to be able to make some changes happen for the girls, to maybe bring a little bit more stability, and also the ability of them to move toward a different scenario or a different concept to what they were used to, or maybe provide them different ways of or channels of communications, or different like ideas, maybe, I don't know, like a TV show or a YouTube show, I don't know, like, but being more present in the media, because of the music, because of, I mean, this is, I think that they are just triggered. I think I can sense Jenny's energy here, that is like she doesn't want to be recognized or being remembered as the girl who had a lot of dating rumors. She wants to be acknowledged for her music. She wants to be acknowledged for her talent. And so the other girls, they don't want to be like tied to this negative image that sometimes it happens when uh, especially because they are popular. I mean, the popularity is there, the fandom is there waiting also. but somehow they do not have the permission or the ability or the power to be like, yes, we are here, we are going to perform, we're going to do this. It's like they have to wait for this man to move and change his mind. And I think that he's really stubborn. So it's like it's not easy. It's not easy, and at the same time it's uncomfortable to be always asking, like I said, always almost like begging. So the girls have their own pride. They are also like, come on, like, what, I'm asking you to put me to work. I mean, it's not that I'm asking you to lend me money. I'm asking you to give me content so I can work. Or maybe if I had put my effort into a photo shoot, into a video, into some kind of content, please release it. Please, I want to see it published. Why isn't it published? Where did my effort go? So I believe uh, this this women up this woman appearing is going to solve a lot of the girls' concern when it comes to their future, because they are really like almost like their energy and their willingness to do more things is almost like getting too stuck, and it's like getting too like almost like dark because they are so stuck and they hate it. I mean, it's not that they want to, um, because we know that there are some groups of other companies that sometimes they are overworked, and sometimes they suffer anxiety or they suffer from stress of being working too much. But it's like they just want, like, they just want consistency in the work. It's not that they want to work 24/7. It's just that they want consistency. They want more screen time. They want to be able to go back to, I don't know, the award show ceremonies that they were not attending. So this man has his reasons for doing what he does, but at the same time, I feel like he's too rigid and he's too strict and he doesn't give in. He's not flexible. And in these times um where it's like you have to put your artists out there because they have a fandom and the fandom is waiting for them. So it's like, what are you doing? Because if you're trying to play mysterious with the girls' work, it's not going to it's not going to be beneficial, because somehow they are getting tired of asking you. The fandom is also getting tired. So it creates this resentment. It creates this, like, this bad taste in your mouth. Like saying, why do I have to force things? Why do I have to impose myself like this? Why do I, in the case of the girls, why do I have to get so emotional and so restless about this just because this man is not able to be a little bit more risky, to be a little bit more of maybe even a little more like updated. I think he has these old ways of doing things that no longer work, so it's hard for him to be like, we should do things differently. It's like he's not a visionary. Maybe he once was a visionary, but then eventually he just, like, it's like once his method was successful, he stuck with that method. So it's like now he's running out of ideas, and he has all these artists, but somehow he doesn't know how to handle them. And also with the rumors. So if you have all these artists that somehow are getting into scandals or are getting into trouble, maybe you should consider about how are you involved with your artist, what's going on, how many people do you have in charge of this artist well-being or mental health, or I don't know, giving them possibilities? Because you have to know your artist. You have to know your artist personalities, their needs, their drives, their motives, their motivation, their different types of personality, and the dynamic of the group. It's like you can expect, like, yes, I made a group of 5 people. Yes, because I made them. I know that, yes, because a lot of each of them bring different features and different abilities to the group, and then that's it. That's a success, and it's not about that. It's because a group of people, you have to keep checking on them. You have to keep checking about how the process is going, about how the progress is going, about how their emotional side is going. What are they going through? Are they seeing their families? Are they feeding themselves well? Are they, if they are on a diet, what are they doing? Are they exercise? I mean, they are not machines. They need the human element and the human contact and relationship. So I think this is why he's stressing, is because he thinks it's all about numbers. And no, it's not about numbers. It's about you taking care of every aspect of your artists. Because yes, it's your responsibility. And if they fall and if they fail as entertainers, or maybe in the free time, or maybe as people, you as an institution that held them captive, like in the training years, you are somehow responsible for them. You are like as responsible for them as their own parents, for example, because you build a place to quote unquote train them. But there are some aspects about a person that you cannot train, that you have to support. You have to support them. You have to provide them with different tools to deal with their hardships, because you're dealing with people, you're not dealing with machines. So I think this guy needs a little bit more assistance. I think someone needs, maybe this woman can help him open up his mind a little bit, because I believe he's a little bit old fashioned, and he's really close minded, narrow minded. So I hope that you enjoyed this reading, guys, and if you do, please give it a like and subscribe. So I will see you in the next video.